Hello friends, welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. I hope you're having a good day. I'm feeling a lot better than I was a few days ago. Not perfect, but better, which I will definitely take. We're in Oasis Springs today, and these houses don't just have to be for the save file that I'm creating. I'm just making houses. I'm just building houses as I ever was, you know what I mean? So if you want to download them and use them somewhere else, be my guest. I'm uploading them all to the gallery, so you can use them whatever way you want. I just plan on keeping them all in one file and uploading that save file as a whole when I'm done so people can download it as a whole if they want. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyways, let's get into the speed build, shall we? So as you can see, we are in Oasis Spring. Did I already mention that? I don't remember. Anyways, it's a little Spanish house in a sea of more mid-century houses, sorry, and it didn't fit. I tried to keep some aspects of the original like Southwest Spanish style house, but in the end it really only vaguely on the outside resembles it. It's definitely more modern-ish, more mid-century-ish, and not as orange. There's quite a bit of red and orange in it, but there's also a lot of blue, like a lot of blue. I ended up doing the bedrooms mainly in blue, nice, tranquil, all that kind of stuff, and then bringing in some of that more red and stuff in other areas. I think it turned out well in the end. I it wasn't like when I first started, I felt like it wasn't gonna be my favorite, and maybe I would even have to scrap it altogether. But in the end, I pulled it together and it turned out really nice. So I'm quite proud of this one. But you can see my struggles as I go along here trying to figure out just which direction I'm going in with this. You know, I got this new camera a while ago. I've never been great at figuring out where I'm supposed to look to make it look like I've been looking into the camera, looking at you as I speak to you, because that's the polite thing to do, right? And I've never gotten it right ever. And I realized with this new camera when I put it on the new stand that I got this week for it, that I have to look slightly below the camera, and so there's this knobby thing that the camera is actually sitting on that I need to look at to make it look like I'm making polite eye contact while I'm speaking to you. But my habit was always to look directly into the lens, which for whatever reason makes me look like I'm looking above your head. And I still do that every time I look up from the screen. I still look directly into the lens. So I think I need to put a sticker of some kind, like maybe an eyeball or something, right there on that knobby thing. So I'm looking at that rather than the camera. But, anyways, I just thought I'd point that little funny fact out to you. You probably notice it anyways in the video, so I probably didn't need to point it out, but it's annoying me that I keep doing that. So here's where I decided let's just go more modern. I do keep the tiled roof, the stucco siding, and the red tiled porch. So there is some Southwest, some desert, some whatever inspired outside decor and architecture, definitely the landscaping for sure. But the inside, it's just subtle touches of it. Mainly, I think, in the bathroom and possibly the living room. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a half and half deal. But yeah, that's where I decided that. Then I had to decide exactly which windows I wanted to use. That was the hardest thing for me to decide in this whole build. Oh, The other thing I wanted to say was just because this is a save file doesn't mean you have to use it in a save file or recreate my save file in your game with it. I'm just building houses. In the end, all these houses that I build will, yes, be available in a singular save file for whoever wants to download them all at once. That's the plan. But every single house and family that I'm making from here on out until either The Sims 4 ends or until I have this entire save file on my computer full, um, it will all be up on the gallery for you to download, but in the end it will be a save file for you to download as well if you want it that way. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you have two options. Use them the way you've always used my builds from the gallery, or I guess three options actually. Just use them as if they are any other downloads from my gallery page. Use them and create the save file as I'm going along making the save file, or wait until the save file is done and download the actual save file. That's so hard to say that way. And then you can have the whole finished completed save file. Does that make sense? That's kind of the idea I'm going with here, so it can encompass as many people as possible. Same with keeping it to as few packs as possible per lot and per family. Although with this one I think uses quite a bit of packs. I think in the end it's like 4 packs, 5 packs, maybe even more than that. I'm really sorry. I just really liked all these things and they went well together. I mean, look at the wood tones in that bedroom. The nightstands are base game, the bed is high school years, and the wardrobe is snowy escape, I think. And the wood tones on those three items match so incredibly well. How can you not use them? You know what I mean? How can you just ignore the fact that three items from three separate eras of The Sims match so well like that? So, I did kind of go overboard in the packs for this one. I used a little bit of a lot of different things, and I'm really sorry. I promise the next one I'll go back to using just a few expansion packs. Also, for this one, I did not create a family. I I think I used just a random sim to be able to take pictures, but there is no family attached to this one. So you are free to move in whatever family you want. It is a 2 bedroom, and the second bedroom has a bunk bed, so there's plenty of room for at least 2 kids, 2 teens, whatever. Plus a lot of room in the second bedroom for sleepovers, because I feel like that's the one thing that we're all kind of skipping over in our baby obsession is that they're adding sleepovers for kids now. And a lot of the bedrooms for kids are kind of on the small side. They don't exactly leave a ton of room for sleepovers. And as much as the Sims have gotten smarter and more capable of moving around in a full room, you can't literally pack it wall to wall with beds because the Sims will be stuck. So you have to have plenty of room, which is why when we get to the kids' room, you'll see that I left the whole center of the floor very open, enough for at least one sleeping bag, one other child to sleep in there. You could potentially even put like a toddler bed or a crib in there if you really wanted to push it. Although you could say that for this room too. You could take the chair and the plant out of the corner by the windows and put a toddler bed or a crib or a newborn bassinet there in that corner as well. So you could conceivably fit up to 5 Sims for a little while in here, either for a sleepover or as temporary living conditions until your Sims can afford a bigger house. That's the other thing. This is not a starter house, not by any stretch. I think it comes in somewhere between 30 and 35,000 simoleons. So it is most definitely not a starter house. Your Sims have to have a little bit of money already to start here. So I just wanted to build it. I had these feelings, I had these thoughts, I had these wants for a building, and I just wanted to build it, and I didn't really care about the packs that I used or the amount of money that it costed. I just thought about how good it looked, if that makes sense. So that's kind of where I went with this one. I'm sorry. I truly am actually sorry. I um I just was thinking about what I liked and what I thought looked good, and I wasn't thinking about anything else. This is probably my second favorite room, with the master bedroom, the adult bedroom being my first favorite room. I think it's just the um, contrast of the blue to the rest of the house, which ends up very colorful and fun. Which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love fun and colorful. We know that. But it's just the contrast, I think, between them. You have this not too overly loud, like, main part of the house and bathroom, and then you just walk into the sleeping areas and they're just so calm and tranquil. I don't know, there's just something about it that I really, really like. But yeah, so since I don't have much else to say specifically about this build itself, I thought I would take this opportunity to talk a little bit more about what's been going on my second channel. I am learning to build a Roblox game, or rather, I should say, I'm learning to develop a game on the Roblox platform, because that's kind of what Roblox is like a platform for people to both play games but also to develop games as well. And that's what I've been kind of doing. It's a bit of a passion project for me, if you will. Roblox has been a huge part of my life because of my daughter and my nieces. They have loved Roblox for a long, long time now, and it's been a huge part of their lives, especially my daughter's. And so it just got me thinking, I've always wanted to make a game. I've always wanted to try my hand at being more involved with that aspect of gaming since I started playing the original Sims, honestly. It just didn't work out back then. And so Roblox has given me that opportunity to try that stuff out now. And yeah, I've been kind of wanting to do it for a while. Honestly, since we first started playing Roblox back in 2016, I think. So it's been a long time coming. I did mess around with Studio once in like 2016, 2017, and then I didn't. Life got busy and crazy, and it just was not in a good mental space to try something new and something that would take a lot of mental energy like that at the time. But now I'm at a point in my life where I can take on a mental load that is learning to develop, in this case, a Roblox game, basically more or less from scratch, sort of, kind of, a little bit. Um, and I can handle it now. And I'm having fun. I'm making videos. I made two videos to sort of introduce what I'm doing, kind of introduce the game that I'm making, just a tiny bit though. And then I probably won't, like, I might do maybe some clips here and there of bits and pieces that I'm working on. I might occasionally live stream while I'm working just because I get bored or frustrated when I'm trying to figure stuff out, and just having other people to like chat with or whatever while I'm working on it, or to bounce ideas off of or whatever. Because right now I'm constantly asking my daughter, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Should I do this? Should I do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And having more people to, bounce those thoughts and ideas and questions off would be pretty nice as well. Anyways, that's the other thing that I've been doing when I haven't been homeschooling. Homeschooling takes up the majority of my time, along with, regular stuff like cleaning the house and doing the dishes and taking care of the dog and stuff. Then it's homeschooling. And then, when I have a few minutes, because my daughter is older, she's a teenager, or yeah, she's pretty much a teenager. So, like, I don't need to hover over her every minute of every day. At this point in her life, I've got a lot of extra free time now. So, when I'm not making YouTube videos, which is my first priority, I am learning Roblox Studio. Anyways, that was a long, weird, like, way unnecessary explanation for saying, hey, go check out my second channel. I'm learning to make Roblox games, and I'm going to be doing some other stuff on the second channel as well. So go check it out. It's called More JSimLady. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right at this point, I have a little bit less than 10 minutes to go, and I'm definitely feeling it now. I thought I was, significantly better than I was a few days ago, but now that I've been sitting here talking, and the bad thing is that I ramble so long, so horribly. Just, I'm so bad at rambling that I restart oftentimes 4, 5, 6 times before I get the recording the way I want it to be. So, this is actually like my third or fourth time of recording this. So my throat is really sore now, and I am feeling a little feverish again, and I'm just not feeling the greatest. But we only have, like, I don't know, 6, 7 minutes left, so I think I can power through, right? And then I just gotta finish the editing and upload. That's me. Everything is right on the edge of the deadline. I'm hoping someday I can get to the point where I'm not right at the edge of that deadline, but that's not happening anytime soon. Not with homeschooling. And next year it might even be worse because we're thinking of changing up our homeschooling program a little bit, which will require me to be even more hands on than I am now. So I think I might have to take a little break, like every couple of months or so, to get like a week's ahead worth of videos built up, just so I could stay on schedule. Not that anybody cares, but I just thought I'd mention all of that while I'm sitting here rambling on. My speed builds have been kind of getting on the slightly longer side lately. I've been hearing people say that while they love short form videos, it's great. Um, it does get tiring after a while. And even, or maybe because of that, shorter YouTube videos that only last like 8 to 10, 12 minutes are not fun to watch anymore either. People want longer content, believe it or not, which I thought was really weird. I thought for sure people were going to go more and more and more towards the shorter content, but really, like, they are devouring the shorter content for sure in mass quantities. But then they want to break from it and they want to see some longer videos as well, which brings me to the next thing. I'm going to be trying some what do they call it? Long plays. I'm gonna start with The Sims first. And basically, what a long play is, it started out as just walkthrough videos of games. And basically, you play the game all the way through from start to finish, and it's more or less supposed to be a walkthrough to get people through the game and how to play it, and if you get stuck or whatever. But it's morphed recently, or like in the last several years, to just being like cozy, no commentary, various types of games, gameplay videos that are not necessarily focused on finishing the game per se, but are just more about being chill, laid back, no commentary, just some music and some stuff to watch on the screen. And that's the kind of long plays that I've been testing out. Now, the poll that I put on the community tab, the results were that everybody wants, not everybody, I shouldn't say that. The results were that the winning option was to put them here on my main channel. If I try that out, I'm gonna try it out probably on some random weekend sometime when I've done a whole bunch of other videos. Otherwise, I'm a little bit scared to put them on the main channel here. So if like I can't find the perfect opening, the perfect opportunity to throw them in on the main channel without hurting my channel, because long plays can go anywhere from like an hour, 2 hours. I've seen a couple that were even 2.5 hours long, and that the stats and everything can really mess with your channel on videos like that. So I'm a little afraid of messing with my channel's stats too much. So if I can't find the perfect opportunity, like I was saying, I may put them on the second channel and test them out there and see how they do. Because the ambience scene that I did at Christmas time for The Sims 4 did not go over well. So I'm a little afraid to test any more here. But, anyways, that is the end of this speed build. I hope you enjoyed.